Hi, thank you for watching Digging to China. I'm Dong Xiong. Recent data shows the protection provided by Western vaccine shots is waning against the Delta variant. Israel said that data there showed a vaccine developed by Pfizer and BioNTech protected 64% of fully vaccinated people during an outbreak of the Delta variant, down from 94% in earlier outbreaks. And the highly contagious Delta variant is spreading fast, raising fresh concerns about the efficacy of Chinese vaccines, which have been used heavily in the developing world. There has been small clusters of outbreak in southern China, and the Chinese officials have been analyzing data. Sinopharm and Sinovac have said they are studying variants. Both companies suggested that a third booster shot may be needed to increase protection after the two-dose regimens. One problem for Chinese health officials is that the Delta variant isn't circulating widely enough in China to conduct a domestic study. Therefore, it will need to seek data from countries like Indonesia, which have used the Chinese shots widely and are dealing with Delta strain. In Indonesia, about 5% of the population is fully vaccinated and is facing a surge driven by the Delta variant that is overwhelming its healthcare system. In June, at least 10 of 26 doctors who had died so far that month had received 2 doses of Sinovac. But for China to set up new studies abroad could take months. The initial trials for the Chinese vaccine before the Delta variant started spreading is mixed. The efficacy levels for both Sinovac and Sinopharm were lower than the mRNA vaccines by Pfizer and Moderna. In Brazil, Sinovac is 51% effective against the symptomatic infections. Both Chinese vaccines have been found to be highly effective at preventing the severe cases or hospitalization. The efficacy of the Chinese vaccines is a sensitive topic in China. The development and the distribution of the Chinese vaccines have been a source of national pride. The WHO has approved both shots for emergency use. To be noted, the threshold to qualify a vaccine for widespread use is 50% efficacy. In other words, any drop will be below 50%, and experts believe that is the reason China does not want to publish the true protective rate against the variant. Chinese health officials have said little about how well China's vaccine will work against Delta variant. Feng Zijian is the only China's CDC official who said publicly that the Delta variant has reduced the efficacy of Chinese vaccines. He said the antibodies triggered by 2 Chinese vaccines are less effective against the Delta compared with other variants. Mr. Feng did not provide details including the name of the 2 vaccines. Jing Dongyan, a virologist at the University of Hong Kong, said Feng's comment alone is not enough to back up the claim that Chinese vaccines are effective against severe cases, as more data is needed. Zhong Nanshan is an epidemiologist who is equivalent of Dr. Anthony Fauci in the US. He told reporters that Chinese vaccines are somewhat effective in reducing the risk of symptomatic and severe cases caused by Delta. But he also said the results are preliminary and the sample size is small, and it is based on analysis of infections in Guangzhou, capital city of Guangdong province in southern China. Guangdong is China's major manufacturing and export hub. It had become China's biggest cluster of Delta cases since reporting its first locally transmitted Delta variant infection in May. The Delta infections included 146 cases in Guangdong's capital Guangzhou and several cases from the southern tech hub of Shenzhen and the nearby Dongguan city. According to Reuters report, since Delta variant outbreak in Guangdong, local government has fast-tracked its vaccination effort. It had administered just 39 million doses as of May 19, but the number shot up to 101 million by June 20. Guangzhou, Shenzhen, and Dongguan quickly sealed off neighborhoods where those who were infected and their contacts visited and launched multiple rounds of mass testing, following the protocols observed during previous outbreaks. The cities also required those traveling out of the province to show proof of negative COVID-19 test results. Zhong, the epidemiologist, said that without effective control measures, 7 million people in Guangzhou City would have been infected in the first 20 to 30 days after the initial case. How do Chinese vaccines compare with Western shots? A study by Public Health England found in May the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine was 88% effective against symptomatic disease from the Delta 2 weeks after the second dose. That compared with 93% effectiveness against the Alpha variant first identified in Britain. 2 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine was 60% effective against the symptomatic disease from the Delta, compared with 66% effectiveness against Alpha. PHE said, there is no substantial data showing how protective Johnson & Johnson's single-dose COVID-19 vaccine is, and the U.S. infectious disease experts are weighing the need for booster shots using mRNA vaccines. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Just click the subscribe button right here. I'll see you again shortly.